Okay, it's Roger, and we're going to go over some. When I was in business, there was insurance you could buy. It was called omissions and errors. So if you did something wrong and you just made a mistake, that's okay. People make mistakes. You make a mistake, you have this insurance that covers you in the effect that you made some kind of terrible mistake. No. So that's just being honest to do what you think is honest. And if you make a mistake, well, your insurance will help you out. But that's an honest person. That's not a fraud. There's no fraudulence there. And that's what our academic teachers and so forth are saying. We believe this. This is what we believe, and this is what we're going to teach. That's it. Case closed. So how could they be fraudulent? Well, let's think about it. What is fraudulence? Well, it's a wrongful or a criminally deception intended to result in financial or personal gain, which we know the colleges are charging outrageous amounts of money, and the professors and so forth are not doing poorly either. So let's go from there. So they are fulfilling the financial gain part. So is there a wrongful or criminal deception intended here? Let's think about what fraudulent activity is. And first of all, let's just see what an honest definition is. Honest is free from fraud, deception. You're not deceiving anybody. Legitimate and truthful. Well, what does legitimate mean? Legitimate means you're doing what you said you could do, which was to teach somebody the truth. Now let's look into that. Now I simply use empirical evidence, which is based and concerned with verifiable observation. You can see the things I show every single time. I do not show things that don't have observation, verifiable observation, and experience rather than theory or pure logic. That's what empirical evidence is. That's what I present. So I present that against people that have theories only. So let's see what their obligation is. All right, this is law.com, and the obligation of a fiduciary is here it is right here. What is a fiduciary? It's someone who has power and obligation to act for another, often called the beneficiary. That's the student. He's supposed to be getting beneficiary expertise from someone that says, I've investigated everything. I know what I'm teaching you is true. Now, under circumstances which require total trust, good faith and honesty. So the student has to put 100% trust in the teacher, because if the teacher says he's right, you're going to have to accept that. Case closed. So you expect that teacher to know he's right, and you would expect that teacher to have investigated what was presented to them. However, let's go on with that. So that's good faith and honesty. Well, the most common is a trustee of a trust, like a financial agreement. Well, they are absolutely a trustee of your trust and your future. You have indebted yourself to these people and to what they have told you to be true. And if it's not true, because they have neglected to do what they should do, to examine the facts that are put in front of them, then I don't know. I wouldn't feel comfortable paying those bills. Now, so that is, to me, no question, they are the most fiduciary type of people in the world. Because if you kick your heels up and say, wait, whoa, they're going to keep your money, throw you out, and tell everybody you're stupid. So you are obligated so intently to what their advice is that you have to trust them. They have to be cognizant of their obligation to, otherwise they're fiduciary failures. And that's the way I see it, it's a criminal offense. So the most common is a trustee or fiduciaries can include business advisors, attorneys, guardians, administrators, trust, real estate agent, bankers, brokers, title companies, or anyone who undertakes to assist someone who places complete confidence and trust in that person or company. I'm sorry. We got an issue here with academia. They will not address Mudfossil University 100% DNA certified evidence. Yale refuses to look at it in person. They just absolutely refuse. They say there's nothing here. Well, I have the DNA tests, I have the specimens, I have everything else. Harvard, all of them, every single one of them, every single one. So I say we have a problem systemically systemically, not with just one, oh, that guy wouldn't look. No, 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 no. This has been going on for 6 years and nobody will look. So I say, what is that? That is either this as a fiduciary failure, which is criminal, that's a criminal offense, or there is delusion. When delusion is idiosyncrasy belief of impression that is firmly maintained despite being contradicted by what is generally accepted as reality or rational argument, typically a symptom of mental disorder. Now, either they are delusional or they, in my mind, I can't see anything else, but they're criminals. I mean, how do you take it? That's a criminal thing. And you know, if somebody defrauded you or didn't do their job and weren't their fiduciary, I don't think you should have to pay that person. That's my personal opinion, but I don't know. I'm not an attorney or anything, but I would think that there would be some kind of legal recourse here that if somebody didn't do their job. Like I used to have errors and omission insurance. They should have something that says, well, I'm sorry, I didn't teach you the right thing. I should have gone and looked and I didn't. I refused. I was just stubborn. I'm sorry. Well, that doesn't really work too good if you're the recipient of their sorrow. So anyway, that's just my point. It's time, you know, after 6 years, 7 years now, it just keeps going and going and going. I'm losing track of the years. Right? The DNA test has been in for over 3 years, and that I did because I had to, because nobody paid attention. Then the CAT scans, 7 CAT scans, Jesse Garant, the best industrial scan place in the world, the nicest people you will ever meet. And they do gigantic things, car engines and everything else for racing cars and industrial equipment. They do CAT scans, absolutely fabulous. And Jesse Garant is a hero. He donated his time and expertise, which is not cheap, and it is worth every penny. If you need something to look into, see what's inside of it, he's the person you want to talk to. They are experts, above experts. All right, anyway, that's what I have to say, and it's time to rectify the situation. That's what I would say. Now, I have no power. I'm really pretty much shut off. I've been put on an academic spam list. Almost the first contact I made came back, you're on an academic spam list. So, what can I say about that?